honestly has a very good chance of, now these losers just making it to top 8 through loser side. I assume we'll be seeing him later on in the stream. But for now, we got winners quarters.
We got Omar versus ZeeBee.
Of all the Gobble run backs we could have possibly gotten, Omar ZeeBee.
Omar ZeeBee, here we are.
I'm not complaining because the other one was
this
pretty
is still
solid,
high,
but
yeah.
I'm just kind of like, I want to know what Omar's bracket path was. I'm not looking at bracket because I don't want to spoil myself. But I want to know what Omar's bracket path was.
I peeked bracket a little bit. Apparently, right after Plushie beat Tricky, Omar and Plushie played, and Omar won.
Omar beat Plushie, wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that matchup is hard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh.
So the bracket path here was that Omar was seeded or whatever to play Durai, but then Ruby Soul beat Durai. So it was Omar Ruby Soul, which Omar won. And then he got the upset on Plushie on top of that, and now he's in winner's quarters to rematch ZeeBee from Gobble.
I'm speechless. That is so funny. That's hilarious.
I love online. Let's go. All right, let's do it.
That is amazing.
Crag to start off.
Shovel Knight Crag.
Shovel Knight Crag. This is kind of like Shovel Knight Soph, where it's not like a bad matchup per se, but it's definitely not an easy one for us to get a lot of the time. Like if Crag's on point with using Rock and playing defensive,
Ghost Gloves are a huge part of this matchup, is what I will say.
Yeah, gloves can help big time. I'm a big fan of gear in the matchup, but gloves are definitely a more standard pick.
I don't think I've ever seen Omar play, so I don't know what their relic choice is like, but I'm curious to see if it'll differ between ZeeBee's bag of tricks when it comes to his character selection. Because he has a Clarin, he has an Edalus, he has a Malo, he has all sorts of nonsense.
At Gamo, we didn't see too much of the Crag. I think it was Omar beat the Malo, and then ZeeBee went all Clarin, and it was 3-1 ZeeBee, I think.
That makes sense.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm like 99% sure that's what I saw. Ooh, okay, so ZeeBee has played Malo this tournament. Did 3 Omadiacs with the Malo to make it here. But I guess at this point, having Gamo was last week for those of you who haven't been paying close attention to GRL, which you should, by the way, but if you haven't. So they just played in bracket, I think in losers bracket, a week ago. So they know what they're doing here.
Very nice stuff. Can I clean down be fair conversion? That kill? No. Crag is heavy as hell. There's the momentum mail pretty early in the game, too. I love that. That's my favorite thing with Shovel Knight. It's just the side mission. Yeah.
I know some players who will Infinite Dagger just to
get that cancel. You used to be able to do that cancel on any form of dagger, and it was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. So it was so good for parry baiting. One of the best parry bait options in the whole game, probably.
Yeah.
But alas.
Omar kind of getting slobber knocked here. A solid stock down. Never mind. ZeeBee left this realm and wanted to go swimming.
I was going to say that ZeeBee's been doing a great job hanging on to that stock, and he was, but,
until he wasn't.
He just stopped.
And he almost did it again.
Yeah.
Fresh stock on the board for Omar, but ZeeBee still got his stock. There's the Ghost Gloves I was mentioning earlier. All depends on how Omar utilizes those.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, okay.
It's big?
And that was a good combo there from Omar, but unfortunately...
ZeeBee?
Yeah, you know what? Sure. Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, he missed 2, but he got the 3rd, so it worked out.
He's not happy.
That's a 33% success rate for you statisticians in the audience. Stats of Ether video bet this is gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah.
This matchup is another really wacky one, I feel like. There's a lot of weird shenanigans that can go on with this, with how Shovel Knight Rock, or Shovel Knight Dirt Block and Crag Rock are treated as the same entity.
Right, yeah. you don't really see the treasure rock come out that often. It's kind of just like, oh, you're recovering. I don't have anything else to do. Treasure rock.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pretty niche thing, but it is very funny that he has it. It's a fun thing.
It means more so versus Crag Rock than anything else, because you can down tilt Crag Rock and treat it like it is treasure rock.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Ooh, good
that
fight.
Was sick. Dair against like Crag doing pillar stuff is actually like pretty damn good. It's not
very,
perfect or
very
anything.
solid.
You have to know what you're doing, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of ways to cheese Crag off of pillar, or just like outright break his pillar with Dair.
Because a big part of how Crag plays his game is he just is on pillar, he's in his safe zone, he is in the tech zone, and he is not allowed to leave. But if you get him out by sheer brute force or sheer force of will, you can make some amazing stuff happen just like that.
And yeah, that's the thing. Shovel Knight off stage is a true menace, and we haven't really seen any of the Shovel Knights so far do something like to that caliber of just like, yeah, you're off stage against Shovel Knight.
We haven't
It's
seen
bad.
like a solid solo SK since Mentos was playing, honestly.
Mentis wasn't even, I mean, he was predominantly SK,
And
not even
that's-
solo
That's a
SK.
kill. Yeah, as soon as you get
Sure.
brought off the wall, you're dead. It's over.
Yeah.
Only so much you can do against that. Omar,
Alright, so
yeah, Omar is bringing this back a little bit, and ZeeBee's sticking with the Crag.
I'm actually a little surprised by that.
I was gonna say, didn't you say he played Malo at Gummel?
He lost game 1 with the Malo and then switched to Claren.
Or no, Claren.
One
That
with
was
the
it.
Claren.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like the Zed Claren is not a especially common sight, but you know,
It's
as
good.
we said earlier, I mean, Claren and SK is a pretty good matchup for Claren. It worked there. I definitely would have expected to see that this game instead of, you know, potentially losing this with Crag and then having to bet on the Claren in a dire situation, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, Shovel Knight's
Oh,
not bad on the stage, but like a lot of characters, the main strength of the stage is essentially like you're camping, basically.
yeah.
To put it not so elegantly. You just get a lead and then you up air around the stage and you like throw gear to make people have to like watch them move a little more carefully.
Yeah. Take off the veil. This character's a little bit toxic, but
Yeah,
you know what?
and-
Make it work.
The thing is though, ZeeBee just doing it a little bit better right now. Managed to take the first stock and
Yeah.
just shredded Omar's second stock before he could really do much.
This is a very smart stage pick from ZeeBee as well, because
Yeah.
Omar was getting those really, really good offstage interactions where ZeeBee would just be dead as soon as they pried him off. But here, ZeeBee lives for way longer.
That
And he can just
actually,
do
yeah.
that! I
Dude.
thought they took that away!
Nair. Do
ZeeBee,
you even need anything else?
he can't keep getting away with this. Why?
Yeah. No, that was a good stage pick.
Yeah,
I'd say. Yeah.
I
I like
kind of
that.
have to agree.
I mean, it's just like what you said about the offstage shenanigans is really true too, because the last Omar.
Omar.
Why did that work?
When in doubt.
No, that's not what you do when in doubt. When in doubt, you just.
What are you talking about? This is ZeeBee. Absolutely
you know
when in
what,
doubt. It worked. It led to the interaction that caused that to happen.
The
It's
Italian in me is coming out. I'm just moving my hands in confusion.
And one of the best ways that we've seen ZeeBee get upset. ZeeBee is a very, very solid player, but ZeeBee is probably one of, if not the most prone top 10 player to getting just upset out of the blue. And the reason that's like that is because ZeeBee just gets short-circuited sometimes. Something just happens in ZeeBee's brain and he will just either SD or some random shit will hit him and he will just die.
Yeah, I mean, CB's weird because he is very consistent a lot of the times. Like most of brackets, he will go on a crazy loses run. But sometimes in winners, things just happen to ZeeBee.
Yeah,
I will not disagree with you on that one.
the Genova incident. Or no, not Genova, the tailstep incident.
Oh yeah.
Also, Uppy is really good in this matchup because you can mix up the timing on if Crag actually has to tech by hitting
Yeah.
pillar.
Can we talk about how crazy that timing was from ZeeBee though?
Yeah, that was
Like-
nice. Gentlemen's, the rock shard handshake.
Let's go, break cancel.
Break cancel. Yeah, that was a break cancel. Even
So
if it's
good.
not on Crag Rock, it's still a break cancel.
Yeah. Alright.
It is the same entity, so it behaves the same.
That was actually a pretty interesting lead there. Just throwing the rock backwards to make Omar hesitate a little bit, and then catching him from that hesitation. It was a
Catch him
rough
with
start
the
for
uppy.
ZeeBee, but he's getting into his element.
Oh!
You know what?
You want to know why I think that happened? I think ZeeBee tried to input a roll, and then he was in attack blackout. That would be my
You might
guess.
be right.
But for the benefit of the doubt, haha, ZeeBee missed the tag.
Man, poor guy. Well,
I love
this game
you,
is
ZeeBee.
still really like ZeeBee favorite though. Like again, the start was rough,
Oh,
but after that he kind of shook it off and like, no, we're not doing this. I don't want to play
Yeah.
Shovel Knight anymore. And right now, the Shovel Knight
and there's the back air upper.
is done. Getting knocked down into losers. Omar still has
Yeah.
a chance to make it in the top 8 through the losers qualifiers. But for the time being, ZeeBee has secured his spot in winner semis. So
Good
let's go
stuff
ZeeBee.
from both players.